So these new deity artifacts, these new origin artifacts, well, there's something kind of interesting about them because for a new one of these artifacts to beat out an old Splendid version of an artifact, it actually only takes 2 of the chests, 2 of the regular artifacts, and of course 100 relics. So that's a total of 5 ish, kind of like 4 and it's weird. It counts as more than actual artifact chests. They're harder to get. However, if you can get your hands on them, you're gonna get some supercharged artifacts. Whether you should do this as a free to play or not, I don't know just yet, but I'm gonna show you guys what we're gonna do here today. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Hit that subscribe button. Let's jump right into it. So as you saw earlier today, we did manage to get 2 of these new chests, and those are going to be important because we're actually going to be upgrading an artifact that is one of my old school favorites. However, we have to see if it works the way it does. First and foremost, let's go to here. Let's go over to, oh my gosh, we're actually using all of them right now. Well, I guess we can just use 2 new ones. Since we do have a lot of like old artifact chests, I think we'll just do that. We're gonna grab 2 magic stone swords out of here. Yes, you're hearing this right. 2 magic stone swords, and what we're gonna do over here in the workshop is see what we need. We need the defensive one, so we need the exotic shield here. And let's see exactly what we need to do. So we need to get 2 of the shield as well, because you need 1 shield and 1 magic stone sword for each of these combinations. On top of that, you also need 100 relics. So we're going to take this. We're going to grab... Oh, yeah, wrong section. Duh. It autofills that, and then you're going to get this Devil's Power item, which is basically a juiced up version of this one. So we're going to deify 1 of them, and then we're going to deify a second one. Now this is important because they both need to be deified in order to now come over to Ormus Workshop and get some stuff going here. So let's see what we actually have at our disposal. I don't even know if this is a lot of stuff or not. Not really. So what we're going to do is just get rid of one of these snow hearts right now. That'll solve all of our issues. And we're going to go ahead. Nope, not that. We got to come on down to the bottom here. We need to find this item here. Oh, you actually need to level it up first as well. Interesting. You know what? I'm actually just going to put it on my Yorm Tum for now. So we got one of these here. We need to level this all the way up. That's okay. Cool. You say so. If you say so, we'll get this going. Give me 1 second. Let's get this upgraded and we'll be right back. So as you can see, this thing is already really juiced up, almost better than a glittery artifact. Like if you really think about it, 2 magic stone swords into a glittery magic stone sword versus this thing has a ton of raw stats on it. So honestly, it's kind of badass. It's kind of really, really good, but we are going to take it even further because, well, you can kind of compare it and look right here. A lot less stats, and you have this weird effect that kind of works, sort of works, but doesn't really work. But now that we have 2 of them, we can jump in here, plug and play this one, plug and play this one, and now we have a glittery version. Yes, we now have this bad boy right here, which, yeah, I want to take another screenshot of this one because this one is awesome. And we're going to be seeing what this can do. So offsets damage received, making the single damage received not exceed 20% of the hero's max HP, and the offset damage not exceeding 100. So I think this still works like the old way. And then it says when taking damage for every 20% lost, increases attack by 4%. So I want to see if I can just jump in here and actually let me put it back on my Yorm Tum. There it is right there. It looks so weird having a 1-star version, like legit. Let's see if we can fight someone that actually has like a bunch of power and see if they can just kick our butt, because I really just want to see how it works. That's kind of the whole goal here, is to see how this thing actually either defends us or doesn't work. So those are little hits. We're dodging. I need a big hit though to see if it's truly working. Oh no, this might not have been the best hero to put this on. I guess what we could do is we could just slap it on a low power hero, right? That would probably be the best bet. So if I take it back off you, you can just go back to whatever. What if I just put like a low HP target in? So the true test here is to see what's going on. So let's just put it on a Gurk. This Gurk has absolutely nothing. So essentially we'll be able to tell if it will protect against us, right? Or against a kill. So where's the Gurk at? You're down here somewhere, level 100. There's my Gurkinator. There he is. All right, so let's see what happens when he does get hit here. I mean, am I just too strong because of my treasure train, or is this thing actually working for some reason? I feel like our train's too strong to truly test this out perfectly. Nope. It can definitely still one-shot. So that was the true test that I wanted to see with this artifact. Either way, I'm going to make one to Splendid because Magic Stone Sword was already one of the best for pushing Sealand, and I definitely want more of them, and I think this is going to be the one we go with. However, actually, you know what? Making a bunch of glittery ones might not be the worst idea. Because when we compare it, I'm pretty sure I have them on someone else, right? We already have this on, I think, some of our Transcendence heroes, potentially. Yeah, so let's look at this. So this one here is basically saying the damage received, capping single damage received at 20%. So technically, this is already on par with it, right? Offsets damage received. It's just, I don't know why they didn't copy and paste the wording. It's so weird. Like this one says not applied to damage from healing charm and monsters, invalid to damage from healing charm and monsters. This says offset damage received when taking a single damage exceeding 20%, blah, 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 not exceed 100. This says not exceed. Why can't they just copy and paste? It's the same freaking artifact. Like, come on, man. And then the addition this has is when taking damage for every 20% lost, you gain 4% attack. So that's like interesting. But if you take a look at the stats, 10% more damage reduction, 8% more control immunity, you're getting 20% HP and 7% attack. Maybe just building a bunch of these to Glittery to start with for pushing Sealand might be pretty good. But yes, we did confirm right here that these basically work the same. If you're going to get one shot, if a damaging ability comes in and it's going to do more than 100% of your HP bar, it's still not going to do any type of prevention. You're just going to die. Now, like I said, I might just build a couple glittery versions of this. However, if we do take a look at the really juiced up version, a lot more, like, actually, no, that's not any more stats, is it? So the stats aren't going to increase. The only thing that does increase is this part. It says when taking damage for every 20% lost, you increase attack by 6% instead of 4%. But it also grants self a shield equal to 12% max HP. This could be pretty strong on potentially someone like Doom Terminator Vulcan, maybe. So I don't know. Should we leave a comment down below? Should we build this to Splendid, or should we keep it at Glittery and get two Glittery? That way we can have one on the Vulcan and on the Yorm Tum. Because honestly, my first goal now that we have two S tier heroes is to go into Sealand and beat Sealand 40. I want that to be my main goal, and I'm pretty sure with what we got set up with now, that should be pretty viable. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. It's a fun artifact potentially. Well, we can get a second glittery one or one Splendid one by the end of this week. So yeah, I don't know. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. See you guys next time.